Good evening, distinguished family and friends, faculty, staff, the Gentry Boys, and the students of the class of 2020. I would first and foremost like to offer a resounding congratulations, as it is an honor to be giving the speech to the senior class of COVID 2020. 4 years ago, after our middle school graduation, we chose to enter Merced High gates, where leadership kids were holding orange juice bottles and our bear mascot was shoving orange pom-poms in her face. And since then, we've experienced many firsts, like our first Friday night lights, tournaments, rallies, behind the wheel tests, or finally checking our emails like the Mhs staff begged us to do so. Now, let's take a trip down memory lane where it all started. August 14th, the first day of our senior year. I volunteered to pick up the donuts for the whole senior sunrise. And just as I was unloading the donuts, my new phone fell 5 feet and completely shattered. I couldn't see a thing. But I chose not to let that not-so-minor inconvenience ruin my day as a senior. Just as many of us have had days where we could have let obstacles and inconveniences ruin our day, we chose not to. And from that day on, each of us chose how we were going to spend our senior year. Whether that meant you were already in the pool at the early morning or at practice till late at night, sleeping in or studying, we all had shared a couple things in common: showing Paul our IDs. And if not, you heard, "Excuse me, young lady, you got your ID?" And of course, distance learning. Our short 7.5 months of a senior year were filled with club meetings, rallies, FFA events, football Fridays, homecoming, Avid TRFs, weekly Avid Keeping Up with the Gentrys, our lady basketball team playing at the King Stadium. Naturally, after the new year, life started hitting harder. As senioritis just started to kick into full gear, the COVID virus hit. The toilet paper went missing, people were required to wear masks, Carol Baskin killed her husband, and now there are giant wasps trying to kill us. And if that wasn't enough, AP exams were getting closer. We started having those "remember when" conversations with our friends and discussing our future plans with Miss Odishu, just as the world was tightening its grip every chance we gave it. New obstacles began popping up for everyone, regardless of who you were. We had so many choices to choose from. All of us know that 2020 was not exactly our year. It wasn't anyone's year. We thought we had so many things to look forward to: prom, grad night, scholarship night, senior activities, the events we all dreamt about before high school even started. But all we really got was a really long senior ditch day with no beach and 4+ hours spent on TikTok every day. And with just one Thursday in March, none of us would ever know that that would be our last full day as a Merced High senior. Some of us regrettably spent our last day not saying goodbye, not reminiscing, but instead we took that whole day, let alone year, for granted. The plans for prom and grad night were out the window. But our story doesn't have to end like that. We are all still holding on to something. And I'm not telling you this to bring your spirit down or complain, but we've proved that we are stronger than our fears, our endeavors, our obstacles. And let's be honest, no other class could go through what we went through and still continue to stay sane at the same time, assuming that we did. We are chosen to enter the competition of life and make the world not only our own, but your own. Even Tom Hanks, Forrest Gump, had called our class the chosen one because we've had many moments where we could have chosen to give up, but we chose not to. And just as the quote goes, you are who you choose to be. I ended up getting that tattooed on me. Sorry, Mom. To be honest, I've never been more petrified in my life. I'm holding on to something I can't even see anymore, and I'm not letting go. As a class, we were forced to suddenly become adults. As I look into the audience, I know you're scared too. I can feel it. You hide your fear under your cap and gown, hoping to leave the night with your head held high and one foot in front of your future. But on the inside, you can't determine up from down, right from left. But I can tell you honestly, it's going to be okay. A famous person once said, "We must be stronger than our obstacles and braver than our fears." Who said it? But that's besides the point. We're already graduating. Now, let's take a deep breath, close our eyes, and just keep going. Not all of us have shared similar high school experiences until now, and we were left with no choice then to accomplish distant learning as a whole. Nonetheless, we are done, and we are moving on to new chosen paths. The rest of your life starts today. Moving forward, let's remember to breathe and not take any moment for granted, so you don't have to regret not saying goodbye. Choose to be greater than your obstacles and fears. And as Mr. DeSalvo would say, good night and good luck. Thank you.